Okay, my opinion on medical marijuana is that it benefits a lot of people in this world. I think it's good for people who have serious cancer. I think it could help the world a lot. Just bring crime off the streets and take people out of jail, not prison, jail. And I think that it's beneficial in many ways. Stay in school, kids. Yeah.
Wasn't even trying.
Oh yeah, I got a question. Do you think that legalizing marijuana would open up like the floodgates for like greater abuse and more crime?
No, I think there'll be less crime. I don't think there's ever been a situation where, I mean, to take alcohol prohibition, I mean, there's never been a situation when more options are available that the crime increases. You have to have a crime. I mean, there's crimes of passion and there's crimes of rage, but most crime in a big way is due to money. And so if you follow the cash, you can follow the crime, period. That's just the way it's been for all eternity. If it's not a crime, if you take away all the criminal effect, it's not a crime anymore. And then it's a different type of people that run it, it's a different way it's run. There seems to be much less of a need to kill people. Not no need, but less of a need.
What about, this is a huge thing, is cancer. Like smoking increases the risk of cancer, right?
Smoking cigarettes.
So
now smoking cannabis, I just went to a day seminar on smoking cannabis and the lungs from UCLA. Now, there is no evidence that it causes cancer, and it's been studied for 30 years. But to me, what I tell my patients, it depends upon how much you smoke. For the people that are having the equivalent of 2-3 grams a day, smoking, there's just no way it's going to hurt their lungs. They might get the little grovelly voice that I have, and a little cough. I mean, there's no question it irritates your lungs, but it doesn't cause emphysema and it doesn't cause cancer.
And if it was to be legalized, like if you were to walk on the street and when it was legal, would that be like a threat to the public? Well, I don't mean like a threat, but
you won't be able to do that because you can't smoke cannabis in any area where you can't smoke cigarettes.
No, if it was to be,
even if it's legal, even as legal as cigarettes. I mean, you can't smoke cigarettes in most places now, and you can't smoke cannabis in any place where you can't smoke cigarettes. So there'll never be a situation where somebody will be smoking cannabis and not smoking cigarettes.
Let's say you're driving.
In the car?
In the car.
Well, of course you're not smoking then.
People smoke cigarettes.
Well,
but theoretically, cigarettes don't get you stoned.
Sure.
Well, I have a question. This is huge.
But just to make it clear, if you smoke cannabis in the car, and they can test you for DUI. Although it's pretty easy to pass, even if you're stoned. If you're drunk, it's really difficult. If you're stoned, I mean, just a white line.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah, but I have a question. Like they say, one of the big problems of legalizing marijuana is they say people will smoke it and then drive stoned. Like, what's your take? Do you think that's fine, or like any ideas like how to fix that? Because that's one of their main fighting reasons for it, is that there'll be more accidents because people will be driving just faded out of their mind.
Well, it's very rare to get stoned people in accidents, and I think there's different, when people go and drink versus people go and smoke, what they do afterwards is entirely different. Now, I think at one level the answer to your question is, of course there's going to be some element to that. But do I think it's going to be anything close to alcohol? No. And if we add all the harm from the crimes and the enforcement and jail and finance and everything, those are issues as well. But in the studies that have been done looking at accidents and stoners, I mean, generally when we are very stoned, we don't want to be driving.
Yeah.
We don't want to go out.
That's what I was about to say. Like.
Nobody goes out.
Okay, my opinion on legalizing marijuana. I think that potentially it would have more positives than negatives. Legalizing it, you could put tax on it, and that would bring in a huge amount of money to America and the US, and I think that it's something that should be thought of deeply, not just skimmed across. I think there are negatives to it as well. People might abuse it if it's legal. The people who haven't tried it before, they're going to want to try it if it's legal. Most of the people who don't try it realize that it's illegal, so they don't do it. But the people who do try it, you know, like if it's legal, then why not try it, you know? Like there's nothing harm in it. But yeah, I think legalizing it in general would be a good thing. So that's my opinion on legalizing medical marijuana.
Son of a...